The sound of breaking glass is loud, sharp, sudden, the kind of sound that stops your heart for a second. People turn on the street, trying to understand where it came from. Inside the small shop at the corner of Market Road, Zara stands frozen. Her hands shake as she stares at the shattered shop window. Beads scattered across the floor like spilled secrets. Her best friend Ada stands outside the broken window, breathing fast, her eyes wide with disbelief. "You think Saint and me do this?" Ada's voice cracks. "Zara, after everything? After all our sweat?" Zara doesn't answer. She can't. Her throat is tight. Her mind is confused. And the hurt sitting in her chest feels bigger than the ruined window. But that moment, the sound of broken glass, the accusations, the tears, didn't start today. It began weeks earlier, when the two friends finally got the kind of opportunity they always dreamed of. Zara and Ada had been friends for 5 years, both of them young women trying to survive in a world that didn't make things easy. They met at a bead-making class, bonded quickly, and decided to join forces. Their shop was small, but it was theirs. They created bracelets, necklaces, waist beads, beautiful handmade pieces that customers loved. But business was slow. Some days they sold well. Other days they cooked noodles and shared one egg because money no reach. Still, they held on. And secretly, both of them prayed for a miracle. That miracle came in the form of an email. It was Ada who saw it first. "Zara, come and see," she shouted, almost falling off her chair. Zara rushed over. When she read the message, her hands went numb. A top fashion brand wanted them to produce 500 beaded bracelets for an upcoming showcase. 500. More money than they had ever imagined. More pressure than they had ever carried. They screamed. They hugged. They danced in their tiny shop. People passing outside even stopped to laugh at them. Their dream was finally starting to take shape. But success comes with its own problems. For the first week, they worked together with excitement, but by the second week, exhaustion started showing. "Zara, slow down," Ada said one afternoon. "You're mixing the colors wrongly." Zara wiped sweat from her forehead. "My sister, if we slow down, we no go finish on time." "We need to finish," Ada said, "but not with poor quality. You know how these people behave. One mistake, they will drag our name." Zara rolled her eyes. "You too, Fear. Let's just get it done." Their disagreements were small at first, but small things become big when pressure enters friendship. That was when Chuka walked into their lives. Tall, smooth-talking, confident. He came to buy a bracelet, but ended up staying longer, helping Zara pack some orders. "You girls have talent," he said, smiling in a way that made Zara blush slightly. "If you need some help with fast production techniques, I sabi him well." Ada watched him quietly. She didn't like how he talked too much, or how his eyes lingered too long on Zara, or how he made small jokes that made Zara giggle. A small tension began to grow, invisible but sharp, like a tiny crack in glass. Within a week, Chuka started assisting them regularly. He suggested shortcuts, ways to produce faster, ways to cut down cost. Zara listened, Ada didn't. One afternoon, Chuka said, "Zara, this method Ada is using is old school. I fit teach you the faster way. You go finish 5 bracelets in the time she makes one." Ada stopped braiding her beads and looked up at him. "That fast way you're talking about? Is it durable? Will it last?" Chuka smiled like someone being patient with a stubborn child. "My sister, customers no to even notice. Relax." Ada stood up and faced him fully. "We notice, and that is enough. We started with quality. We should end with quality." Zara sighed loudly. "Ada, calm down na. He's only trying to help." "Help?" Ada repeated, her voice tight. "Or control?" Chuka raised his hands in surrender. "Ah, I no want wahala o. If you no want help, I go leave." Zara immediately turned to him. "No, don't go. You're helping a lot." Ada looked at Zara with a hurt expression, but she didn't argue. She simply went back to her beads, but inside her chest, something shifted. Something fragile. The two friends began working separately, each on her own table. Zara and Chuka working fast, Ada working carefully. Each day, the silence grew thicker. Sometimes their eyes met, but they quickly looked away. Chuka noticed the distance and used it. "You know, Zara," he whispered one day as they worked late, Sometimes success doesn't come when everybody agrees. Sometimes you need to move with people who understand your vision. Zara glanced at Ada sitting alone. She didn't know why the comment hurt so much, or why it felt true. The night everything changed, Zara decided to stay late in the shop to finish some orders. Ada left early. "You sure you'll be fine?" Ada asked. "I'm fine. I need to finish these ones." Ada nodded and left. Hours passed. Zara got tired. She locked the shop and began walking home. Then she heard it, the loud shattering of glass. She ran back, heart pounding. The shop window was broken. Beads were missing. Some boxes were gone. She screamed for help. People gathered. Minutes later, Ada returned, breathless. "What happened?" Zara stared at her, tears in her eyes. "You tell me," she whispered. "You were the last person here." Ada froze. "What are you saying? You think I don't know things have changed? You think I don't know you're angry with me?" Ada shook her head. "Zara, don't go there. Don't accuse me of what I didn't do." "But who else would do it?" Zara cried. "Who else had access?" Ada took a step back like she'd been slapped. "You really think I will steal from you?" Zara didn't reply, and silence is sometimes louder than an answer. Ada walked away slowly, tears slipping down her cheeks. But as she turned back to look at the shattered window, something caught her eye. The glass had fallen inside the shop. Not outside, which meant the window wasn't broken from the outside. It was broken from the inside. Her heartbeat slowed. Something was wrong. Something very wrong. Ada began watching Chuka closely. She followed him from a distance the next day. He walked fast, looking around like someone hiding something. He entered a small kiosk behind the market. Ada hid behind a wall. She saw him bring out a bag, the same type of bag they used to store finished beads. He opened it slightly. Ada saw colors inside. They're beads. Chuka said to the man with him, "Once Zara signs the new arrangement with me alone, we go sell everything. She no even go notice." Ada gasped. Her heart almost stopped. He was trying to break them apart. He had used their misunderstandings. He had taken advantage of stress. He had played them against each other. He wanted to steal the contract and leave Zara to blame Ada. It was all planned. Her hands shook as she recorded everything with her phone. The next morning, Ada marched into the shop. Zara was sitting at the table, looking broken and tired. Ada dropped the bag of stolen beads in front of her. Zara's eyes widened. "Ada, where did you find this?" "In the hands of the person you trusted more than me." Then she played the recording. Zara covered her mouth, trembling. Chuka's voice echoed through the shop. Zara broke down crying. She tried to speak, but her voice failed. Ada sat quietly. When Zara finally managed to talk, her voice was weak. "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I let anger blind me. I let that man confuse me. I hurt you." Ada looked at her friend. Her face was soft but sad. "You didn't just hurt me," she said quietly. "You hurt our dream. But thank God the truth came out." Zara held her hand tightly. "Please, forgive me." Ada hesitated, then slowly squeezed her hand back. Forgiveness doesn't always come easy, but sometimes friendship is too precious to throw away. They confronted Chuka later that day. Neighbors helped chase him away from the market. Zara and Ada spent the evening cleaning the shop, picking up broken glass pieces together. The shop was quiet, but it was a peaceful quiet, a healed quiet. Finally, Ada said gently, "It wasn't the glass that broke first, it was our trust." Zara nodded, tears welling again. "But trust can be rebuilt," she whispered. "If we both hold it carefully." Ada smiled softly. "Yes, but this time, no shortcuts." They laughed lightly, not loud laughter, but the kind that comes from relief, the kind that comes from truth finally standing where lies once sat. And as they swept the last of the broken glass, the sun began to rise outside, painting the shop in a warm golden light. A new beginning, a stronger friendship, and a lesson carved deeply into their hearts. When real friendship breaks, it doesn't shatter immediately. It cracks slowly, from words unsaid, feelings ignored, and trust misplaced. But when the truth finally comes to light, even broken glass can shine again.